Bring the gun up. Hey folks, Manny CA here with another entertaining, helpful, informative video on firearms repair and maintenance. Or maybe just upgrading. That's how we're going to think about this one. You know, we do a lot of shooting here at the channel, and not everything gets recorded because, you know what? Lugging a camera around and doing pre-production and post-production is not fun. It's actually time consuming. We spend more time editing videos and filming than we do shooting, if you can believe that. So sometimes we're just out there shooting for the heck of it because we've got, you know, a couple hours to kill and we just want to shoot. So not everything gets posted to the channel that we shoot, and not everything that we do day to day, but I thought we'd do this video since we were out there a couple months ago and we were shooting the Ruger Blackhawk, Super Blackhawk. Ooh. Right? Yeah, you guys know this one. Actually, I don't think I've shot it for the channel. It's got the Hogue aftermarket grips, which covers the Dragoon, back Dragoon grip, which kind of bumps into people. Now, I know, before you flamers and you haters start sending me emails and messages telling me that I don't know how to shoot this thing, let me tell you, I know plow handle grip, gotta let it roll back in your hands when you shoot. I know that. I know. Sometimes the grips that came with this, they're beautiful, beautiful Coco Bolo grips that I had this gun sent back a couple years ago because we shot this gun so much, it got out of time. So went back to Ruger. Ruger timed it, took off the ugly, ugly grips that were there and put on some new, beautiful Coco Bolo grips. Well, anyway, we sent it back and they sent us these. Ooh. Beautiful. Hard to believe these grips are 10 years old. Just goes to show how when you get nice stuff and quality products, how long they last. And oh yeah, we shoot this beast. We shoot this beast a lot. So we were shooting it, I think we put about 100 rounds, maybe 150 rounds through it when we had issues. Yeah, we had issues. Of course, we were shooting 310 grain Lee, there we go, are we clear? Houston, are you getting this? Lee 310 grain, gas check with 22 grains of little gun going 1,368 feet per second. That's right, 1,368 out of our 7.5 inch Super Blackhawk. I'm telling you, fun. If you guys are not into big bore, I consider a 44 as like the minimum big bore. 44, and then you go up to 45 Colt and like Ruger only loads. Those are great. 454, 460, 480, and of course the 500 Smith & Wesson. Love those revolvers. You cannot beat a big bore revolver. This load right here is what we carry when we hunt in grizzly country. Yes, this is what I stake my life on. Oh yeah, look at that big flat met plat. It'll cut through bone and sinew and make a big wound channel. That's what this will do. Well, anyway, we were shooting and, went to cock and it wouldn't cock. Uh-oh, what happened? And we looked down and holy cow, our spring here, right, had fallen out along with our latch. So our latch was gone. This is a replacement latch I got from the parts bin. And this is just a beat up piece. Beat up. You can see the spring in there is just really old and crookedy. So our day of shooting was done. So again, I lament, why did I not have a locking base pin? It ruined the day. Okay, we didn't have to travel that far. But then I started thinking, what if I took this out when we were hunting. Well, hunting season's coming up. Took this out when we were hunting, and we were sighting a gun in, or had a buddy shoot the gun just to see what it was like, and then that happened out there, what would I be? I would be SOL. All right, people. Now remember, this is a family channel, so we're going to try to keep the bad words to a minimum. So yeah, we would have been SOL. So I came home and right away I ordered a couple of them for our guns. Not all of them, because a lot of the lighter loads that we shoot, like 38 Special, 37s, don't really need them. But for the big bores, and you guys know what I'm talking about, the 45, you've seen our 45 Colt, 45 ACP stainless. We got one for that. We got one for the couple of Blackhawks that we've got. And they make a couple of different models. This is the one that we got for the large frame Blackhawk. And then this is the one they make for the small frame Blackhawk. And you can see the difference. So that kind of ruined our day. Put a damper on the spirits. But we went home and I placed my order. They were a little bit behind, but you know what? They got it out to us. I want to say thanks to the guys. I'm not going to mention their name because I think everybody knows who they are. But if anybody knows them and they see this video, pass the video along to them, see if they like it, have them contact us. They've got our info. They know where we are. They know who we are. So let's get down to it. We're going to swap out our pin, standard Ruger factory base pin, for an aftermarket one with tighter tolerances. And it's just so gosh darn pretty. Look at that, the curling over here. I love that, the curling, the knurling, curling, whatever you want to call it. Plus the locking pin, that's the best. If we would have had one of these on that day I was out shooting, we would not have to have come home. Of course, we were loading and shooting for dinosaurs, right? These are the dinosaur loads. And you know, it was kind of fun. At 100 yards, we were hitting a 12-inch plate like it was nothing. Offhand, I'm gonna have to do some videos shooting this gun with these loads. Those are fun. Easy to cast, easy to load. I mean, 22 grains a little gun, whoo! And in low light, it looks like you're shooting a flamethrower. Gotta get some of those low light pictures too, really fun. All right, so what we're gonna have to do first is make sure your gun's unloaded, of course. And we are unloaded. We're gonna remove, since the latch is already gone, one less thing to worry about. Oh, you're gonna need some tools also. We'll get into that. Some specialized tools that I carry, just because I shoot a lot of revolver. If you notice here, it does not come out. Uh-oh. It won't fully remove because the cartridge ejector is blocking it. Now, a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll come and they grind off one of these lugs right here. Let's get this up close right there. They'll grind one of these off, or two of these off. I just think that that's ghetto. How's that? I think it's ghetto. I think it looks bad because no matter how much you try to clean it up, unless you have a lathe or a mill, it's not going to look right. And we have neither here on the property, right? So what's a guy to do? You can replace this out, and you can get a shorter one if you really want. You know, you can put the small frame in here. I've had no problem with that, but we're going to put the large frame, which probably still will not, you can see the size of it, it will not come out. You see right here where it's going to be into the frame, but that's fine with us. Doesn't matter to me, especially since we've got these awesome upgraded belt pins. So, cylinder comes out, and what you're going to have to do is remove your cartridge. There we go. You're going to have to remove your cartridge ejector right here. Now, when you go ahead and do this, be very careful because this is, there's a spring under here. It's under spring pressure. Forgot to grab my masking tape. Again, we're going to use our flat ground screwdrivers, and I like to use a little bit of masking tape on the screwdriver just to prevent marring even more, because I'm anal like that. You want to make sure that you do not bung up your screws, so there you go. Keep your hand right over, because it's under spring pressure. You don't want this thing to go flying out and you're going to be losing springs and all kinds of stuff. You can see how it wants to come out just like so. See that? Let's see if we get up there. So you can see, oh, there we go. Just pop right out. And there's the spring. There There's your ejector itself. Here's the housing. Housing is made of aluminum, I believe. Yes, aluminum. Now you can safely remove. Ah, beautiful. Is here. And we'll get some close-ups so you guys can see between the brand new curled, knurled, whatever, locking pin. And they beveled the edge on there. Look at that. So it sits easy into the frame. That is awesome. Very nice. Very, very nice indeed, guys. Oh man, this is going to make shooting so much more fun. Where does this go? In the parts bin. Because you never know when you need a spare part, especially for your gun, until you can send the gun back to the manufacturer and have them repair it for you. So, I like, just as a cursory check, I'll take the new one out, put it in a new cylinder, make sure that it's, look at that, no binding, no nothing. Slides easily, no burrs on the, I wouldn't expect any anyway. These guys are professionals. Let's, supposed to put a little bit of grease on here. I like to use a little bit of grease on here. And then I put a little bit of grease on the ratchet itself, ratcheting mechanism on the back of these when I'm shooting. Just kind of, because you got metal on metal, a lot of pressure, a lot of forces, just to help things out just a little bit. Well, we'll take and I'm just going to kind of wipe the gun down a little bit. So, to reinstall is opposite. You see a little flare on the end over there of your spring? The flare is going to go towards your cylinder. Okay? And reinstall. And here's your spring, I'm sorry, your screw. Some guys will put Loctite on this. I don't recommend Loctite, but what I do recommend is, since we might have some oil in the hole over here, there, that's a screw hole, you can see that, might be some oil in there. I'm going to take a Q-tip with some alcohol and just clean that out. That way that screw will not have an incentive to want to walk out when we're shooting our heavy loads. Excuse my hairy arms. Here we go. And you'll see the recess where the spring will go in. And you want to make sure that it sits. You see that? The recess on your ejector housing will push right in there. That's it. Well, there you go. Look at that. It should be on this side. There you go. So you can see. Back to now. Look at that. Oh man, that is so fine. That is beautiful. One last thing we got to do, and I'll show you. Brownell sells this. This is a specific tool. I know they say specialization is for insects, but sometimes you just need that tool. So now when you install your base pin lock, you can see what you do is you remove the spring and it goes on the other side. Take the long piece, it goes on the right side here, the right of the pistol. Hold it with this hand, flip it around. This is where this tool comes in very handy. See the spring on the end of the tool? Just take it. And make sure that your pin is locked in there. There's a recess notch on the pin, on your pin, and that's it. Press this, it should pop right out. There. Okay. See that recess notch on the bottom of your new pin? That sits in here. That's what keeps it from moving. Press the pin in. Locks right in, and then you have also the double protection of being able to set this set screw down tight. And they say that let me show you. We'll get that. See, it's not going nowhere. So what we're going to do now is we're going to loosen the pin. We're going to put the cylinder on, and this pin should be, the tolerances on this pin should be a little bit more. You see that? Locks open, and you can Another advantage of it is it locks open. So let's reinstall our cylinder here. Like to leave this open, that way the latch open, that way as you're putting it in you can kind of rotate a little bit. There we go. And no binding, no nothing. Whew. Oh man, it's even tighter. The fore aft is, you know, it's a little bit loose. The headspace is a little loose on here, but we could tighten that up on another video. I'll show you how to tighten it up by pulling that out. And that's not for the squeamish, by the way. I'll show you guys how to do that, but that's not for the squeamish. So you can tighten up that fore aft movement. Hear it? Yeah. But for a gun like this, that's really nothing. As long as it locks up. And that thing is tight. Look at that. That is locked up. So, what did that take? About 10 minutes? 20 with me talking? That's how you replace your cylinder base pin screw or base pin latch for your Rugers. I love Rugers. We have a bevy of Rugers. This tool I think is like 15 bucks, 12, 15 bucks, something like that. If you have a lot of Rugers and you do this a lot, this is invaluable. You saw how fast we did that? Down, you know we're being attacked every day now more than ever. Our channel, conservatives, patriots, libertarians, gun owners, gun channels especially, we're coming under increasing attack from the alphabet soup. Google, Bing, Microsoft, all these companies hate us. They hate our independence. If you guys like these videos, if you take anything away from the videos, please, I urge you, spread them. Take the links, copy the links, send them to like-minded patriots. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. If you guys have any questions, send them on down. Until next time.